Hello, my name is Daniel, and in 6 days I'm going to be doing my first middle distance triathlon of the year at the Outlaw half Nottingham on that bike, and that is what this video is about. I have just headed out for a test spin, but it's not gone to plan, so I'm going to make the most of a bad situation and talk you through my bike setup for this weekend as well as what's not gone to plan. So this is my Felt IA1. It is custom painted in a candy blue colour, the same as my helmet. So if you're doing the event this weekend and you're going past somebody that looks like this, please do give me a shout. So it's a size 56, which is a large frame, and it does fit me now. I've fiddled about with the front end, but more on the front end in a minute. Drivetrain wise, I've got the SRAM Red ETAP 1x group set, so no front mech, just one big ass chainring, a 58 tooth chainring on the front. That is not a flex. When I'm doing the average speed that I average, I tend to sit in the middle of the block at the back. It's efficient drivetrain wise. And talking of efficient drivetrains, I've got an NRG wax chain. I do have a code in the description down below if you do want a discount. They support me with wax drivetrains, and I've also got some ceramic bearing jockey wheels, so they are standard size but they are ceramic bearing, so there's a marginal gain in there. I know we like those buzzwords, but they do spin faster than normal jockey wheels, so that helps my drivetrain be as smooth and as fast as it can be. I've got the Wahoo Speedplay Aero pedals, which I've just tested tonight, and I do get on with them okay, so they feel okay. Rest of the bike, Walker Brother wheel set, so tri-spoke front wheel. I have tested this in a wind tunnel against a mid-section front wheel, and it is faster, and then a Walker Brothers disc. To be honest, I think disc wheels are pretty similar between whatever brand you have. In my experience, I've never noticed any massive difference between either a disc cover or a zip disc or this Walker Brothers disc. I just like having a matching wheel set. Tyres wise, this is something I have changed over winter. I've gone to a Continental Grand Prix 5000 TT. These are the ones that supposedly Ganna used for the hour record, whatever. Basically, I couldn't get a course of speed to seat on that disc. It was too loose around the wheel, but this Continental tyre fits absolutely fine. I've still got the course of speed on the front. I do have a new one, which I was debating putting on, but I think I'm going to put the other Continental tyre on there just so that they match. And also, these are a bit more resilient than the course of speeds. And the courses that I'm doing this year, like British roads, as I found out tonight, I'm not in a great state. So I think having a bit more of a resilient tyre is going to be sensible for this year. What else have I got to talk about on the bike? I have a spares box on the back. I have a flat spare set in there, and probably a multi-tool, which I don't have today. Hydration, I've got a bladder in the frame in the down tube. I can get about 60 miles. I'm trying to make a YouTube video. People going about their jobs and stuff. I've got about 600 mils in a bladder in the frame in there. That is a custom made 3D printed top tube thing, and that is the bladder and straw off of an S-Works Shiv, the old one, not the new one. And then I'll also have a bottle cage behind the saddle. I think I'm going to put a bottle in there as well as the frame bladder. There is only now one aid station on the bike, and I do like drinking my own nutrition, so I think I'm going to stick a bottle in the back, and then I can refill that on the fly if I go through that much fluid. It's only forecast to be about 10 or 11 degrees, so I don't think I'll be drinking much, but I need to drink stuff. Now the front end is what I spent all winter rebuilding. That's what's actually played up tonight. So I used to have an integrated cockpit which bolted to the stem, whereas now I have a more conventional stem which clamps onto a base bar, and that is what has slipped tonight. Now I don't have any sort of grease, abrasion paste under there. That is what I'm going to do when I put this back together. It's essentially slipped down. I hit a few potholes and it's just pushed down. When I'm on the extensions, it's quite a lot of leverage, isn't it? Quite a lot of weight on the front, and that does just make it bend down quite a lot. So I'm going to have to really put some abrasive paste on there and really tighten it up and hope for the best. I'm going to get another recce ride in before the end of the week, so I need to just rattle it through some holes and hope it's going to be okay. I haven't brought a multi-tool with me tonight, stupidly, so I can't fix it on the fly. Something else that hasn't quite worked is I've got a Project 76 mount on the extensions. I had this for a few years now, so it is probably a bit tired. It's got some little notches inside there, and that normally stops the computer slipping, but I think mine have worn out eventually. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to whack a load of super glue in there, and then it'll be stuck together. It's in the right sort of place. The gaffer tape, there are straps holding that on, but the gaffer tape is just to stop it sliding around. I have had this occasionally just slip because I don't use the armrest pads on the Drive2Zero extensions, so they just move around, so just a bit of gaffer tape just stop that. I feel like that's half of a bodge, but what can I do? Drive2Zero moulded grips on the end of the extensions. These feel pretty good to put your hands there, and it does feel a little bit more comfy than just a rounded grip, but it's probably not the end of the world. Watch-Shop armrests and Watch-Shop adjustable spacers and Watch-Shop adjustable plates. That's made me go a bit narrower and a bit longer, and that I think is about it. Pro Stealth saddle, get on with that okay. That's it. I think that's about it. I hope that's about it. That's all I've got. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions about a time trial bike, please do let me know. And if you've got any tips to stop your base bar slipping in the stem clamp, I would be all ears, genuinely. I mean, when this video goes out, I might have already sorted it, but there's a good chance that I won't have done. So, look forward to racing this weekend. I'm trying not to let this get into my head. I'm just gonna go home, and I've done a little spin tonight. It's better than nothing, but I need to get it tested for the weekend. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again tomorrow.